You know that feeling. You sit down for dinner, you pick up your fork, and then you feel it. 2 eyes, burning into the side of your face, completely unblinking, judging you, almost like they're saying something. Well, they are. That stare your dog gives you while you eat, it is not random. It is not just begging. There's a whole conversation happening right in front of you, and most dog owners have no idea what their dog is actually communicating. By the end of this video, you will. And I promise, it will completely change the way you look at your dog at mealtime. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, I'm so glad you found this video. We talk about dogs, their behavior, and what they're really trying to tell us. Because our dogs are communicating with us every single day, and most of us are only catching about 10% of the message. Today, we're breaking down one of the most common dog behaviors in the world, the mealtime stare. We're going to cover where it comes from, what it actually means, what your dog is really asking for, and, importantly, how you should respond to it. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about where this behavior actually comes from, because it goes back thousands of years. Dogs evolved alongside humans. For generations, they survived by staying close to people and learning to read human behavior, especially behavior around food. In early human settlements, dogs that could track when humans were eating and position themselves nearby were more likely to receive scraps. So when your dog locks eyes with you at dinner, they are not doing something random. They are doing exactly what their ancestors learned to do: pay attention to the person with food. But here's where it gets interesting. Modern dogs don't just stare because of instinct. Research shows they actually use eye contact as a form of communication, specifically to get a response from you. Your dog has figured out that looking at you produces a reaction, and that feedback loop is incredibly powerful. When you look back at your dog, even if you say nothing, you're already rewarding the stare. Now let's decode the stare, because your dog is not just saying one thing. Depending on the context, the stare can mean 4 very different things. Number 1, can I have some of that? This is the obvious one, and yes, it's often true. Your dog smells your food. They want it. The stare is a low-effort request. They've learned that just looking at you might be enough to get a bite. Pay attention to body language here. A relaxed body, soft eyes, maybe a slow tail wag. That's a calm request. Number 2, I'm anxious and I need reassurance. Some dogs stare during mealtimes not because they want food, but because they feel unsettled when they're excluded from something you're doing. For these dogs, the stare is less about hunger and more about connection. If your dog looks tense, yawns repeatedly, or licks their lips, that's anxiety, not appetite. Number 3, I'm waiting for my signal. Dogs who have been trained to sit and wait during mealtimes often develop a focused stare as part of their routine. This is actually a healthy behavior. They're being patient, self-controlled, and looking to you for a cue. It looks intense, but it's a sign of a well-bonded, well-trained dog. Number 4, I love you and I want to be near you. This one surprises a lot of people. Studies have found that when dogs and their owners make prolonged eye contact, both experience a surge in oxytocin, the same bonding hormone involved in mother-infant bonding. Your dog may simply be staring at you because looking at you makes them feel good. It's affection, expressed through a stare. Okay, so now that you know what your dog is saying, how should you respond? Let's start with what not to do. The biggest mistake most people make is feeding their dog from the table during a stare. I know it's hard. That face is designed to break you. But here's the truth. Every time you give in, you teach your dog that staring works. And once that lesson is learned, it gets more intense. Longer stares, whining, pawing, nudging. You're not being kind. You're training a very persistent habit. Also worth noting, many human foods are not safe for dogs. Even small amounts of onion, garlic, grapes, or certain seasonings can be genuinely harmful. Mealtime is not the time to share. So what should you do? If your dog stares because they're hungry, feed them before you sit down for your own meal. A dog with a full belly is less fixated on yours. If it's anxiety, practice desensitization. Give them a safe spot during meal times, ideally a mat or bed nearby, and reward them for resting there calmly. If it's a trained wait behavior, acknowledge it. A calm, good dog, or a gentle release cue tells them their patience is seen. And if it's pure love, enjoy it. Just don't reward it with your pasta. Here's what I want you to take away from this video beyond the tips and the science. Your dog is always communicating with you. Always. Every stare, every lean, every sigh, it all means something. And when you start paying attention to that language, the relationship you have with your dog changes. it deepens. The mealtime stare isn't a nuisance. It's your dog's way of including themselves in your life, of saying, I'm here, I see you. Can you see me? The answer always should be yes. Even if the answer to the pasta is no, if this video helped you understand your dog a little better, hit that like button. It really does make a huge difference for the channel. And drop a comment below. Does your dog do the mealtime stare? What's their best move? I read every single one. If you want to go deeper on dog communication, I've got a whole playlist linked right up here. We cover tail language, barking types, play behavior, and a lot more. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Give your dog a scratch behind the ears for me.